So in town with us today at the Heritage 400 in Castleblayney, we have a blacksmith in town, and your name is?
Thomas O'Reilly.
And you're from Shanton, I believe, not too far from here, but originally from?
Kells in County Meath.
And how did you get into blacksmithing?
My mother's people were all blacksmiths, and they were involved with on the film set The Quiet Man, and a lot of them worked in Guinness's brewery as blacksmiths, shoeing the cartwheels, shoeing the horses, and the rest of them had forges around the country on the borders of Westmeath and Meath.
And I believe also you made a very nice piece for President Mary McAleese. What was that called?
It was a piece called Building Bridges. It was a bridge made on the forge, and there was two men walking across it shaking hands with their hands outstretched, and they were all made on the forge fire, the whole lot of them from beginning to end. And it was presented her in Castleblayney, and she had it in Ardle while she was president.
And what are you using in the furnace today now? What sort of coal is that?
I'm using what they call singles in the fire, small coal, and it creates a good bit of heat once you have the blast of air going to it.
And we were looking at you earlier making some of the poker. Is that pokers you're making here today?
Yeah, they're called Celtic poker, and there's a shepherd's crook turning on the top of them, and then the bottom of them is drawn out into a square pint, and then it's turned back on itself again, and it's fire welded together, and then it's turned into a pint, and then there's a turning pot on it too. It's the old Irish blacksmiths made them, that when you poked at the fire and a piece of turf run away, you pulled it back with the big crook, and if it was a small piece, you pulled it back with the small crook.
And I noticed when you were hitting the anvil, you strike the anvil twice in between every couple of strokes onto the piece of metal.
Yeah, that's gives you momentum. The top face of the anvil is hard, and the hammer bounces on it, and it gives it momentum. You don't really have to hit the hammer that hard. It bounces back up from the work and from the anvil, so it's just like a spring loaded, you know.
So more or less, you just let the hammer fall.
Yeah, you let the hammer do the work. You're just guiding it into place, you know, with a bit of effort. Yeah.
Right now we're speaking to young Charlie Moan, who's got a tricycle here, which is about 50 years old. So let's talk to Charlie. Hello Charlie, how are you doing today?
I'm fine. This is 5. My granddad had this for 49 years until he was 61, and so it's over 100.
Over 100 years old?
Yeah.
And where do you go to school?
I go to school in senior infants.
In what school is that? What part of the country?
That's in Clinturbot.
And who's your teacher?
Miss Juan Helen.
Is she a good teacher?
Yeah.
And who was your teacher last year?
Miss McGinn, she's here.
Is she here today? Oh, very good. And so tell me, Charlie, your grandfather is here today as well, and he owns this old bicycle. It's a lovely bike.
Yeah, it is. It's really old, and you see this wee bit, he might have to spray that wee bit, see that wee bit there.
Oh, the tyre here, it's a bit worn, is it?
Yeah, worn.
Yeah. It's got all the good wheels on it, and that's a fantastic bicycle, and you have a chain on it, and pedals and the whole lot. And so you're enjoying the fair here in Castleblayney today?
Yeah.
Bye.